Okay everyone, this is the rules of Factorio, button shortcuts, keyboard shortcuts, all the menus, all the things. You don't want to listen to a 5-minute intro, so let's get started. Number one, how do I launch a Factorio game? So I've launched the game, how do I get into play? I want to freaking play this game. You hit play, step 1, boom. Step 2, press new game. Don't even touch any of this crap, just hit generate. Guess what, a few seconds later, 3, 4, this is taking longer than I anticipated here. And now this is taking okay, here we go. Boom. Now you're in the game. That's how you do that. How do I save a game? You hit escape. Then you hit save game. Then you type in a name. Crappy save. And you hit save. That's how you save a game. How do I load a game? You hit load game. You find your crappy save right here. You hit load. That's how you load a game. Okay? How do I move around? WASD. How do I zoom in and out? That's the mouse wheel. Zoom up for up like that. Scroll down to zoom out like that, right? Okay, there's crap on the ground. How do I go get it? You run up to it to where you're within range and you get that little circle and you press and hold right click. It's not very fast, but how do you craft things, right? I'm using a frickin' spike or something trying to get crap out of the ground. There's got to be a better way. Yes, I can make a pickaxe. So, how do I make it? Well, how do you control the menus? Let's start with that, right? So let's make something. You push E. E gets you the inventory screen. Inventory crafting, okay? That's E. Put that on the screen for you. That's E. So how do I make something? Well, you highlight one of these little guys here. We're going to go to production and we're going to click on iron axe. Bam. You left click it. Now you have an axe. Where is it? Down here in the bottom right hand corner. That's where stuff goes. Am I going fast enough for you? Have I made it where it's quick enough that I'm not giving you a 20-minute intro to show you how to do stuff? Alright, I'm annoyed with those videos too. That's why I'm doing this, and yes, that's why I'm talking quickly. Now look, if I go back and highlight, bam, it's a whole lot faster. It's awesome. How do I know I'm picking stuff up? The floaty text right there. The right number in parentheses is how many I have in total. The other rest of the text is how many I'm getting at one time. It says +1 copper ore. That's what that says. Orange stuff, that's copper. Let's run over here. That is water. If I have to tell you that that's water, there's a problem. Okay, we come over here. This is iron. This is gray, silverish, whatever. My color is screwed up, so, you know, who knows what that is, right? Okay, we're going to run down here. This right here, these puddles, that's oil. That's actually crude oil. Pay attention to that. How do I know what something is? If you highlight it, look on the right side of the screen. You've got the mini-map there. Right below that, it explains what you've got highlighted. Cool? Yes. Awesome. Alright, this is coal. This is fuel. We're nice, you know, dirty people, and we use fossil fuels. Why? Because reasons. That's why. This stuff right next to me, this is stone. You need stone to make furnaces and a bunch of other things. So, yeah, this is important too. Don't get rid of that. This is more coal. Just saying. You know what? Those are the main minerals. So now let's get into menus. How do I go to inventory and crafting? You push E. How do I get rid of any menu that's on the screen besides escape? You push E. Bam, that's gone. Eventually you get crafting. How do I do craft, or how do I do, how do I do research, right? How do I research things? That's T. I don't even have a lab, so I can't do any of that crap, okay? Yellow means it's available to research once you have a lab. Red means you have to do other things before you can do these things. So you look here, it says requires, right? It says this requires electronics, so you have to do electronics first, but you can't do that because you have to do automation. You do automation, it says, yeah, you make things, you put them in the lab, you research stuff. Okay? Cool. Awesome. This thing here, that is a tree. Yes, you can cut this down just like that, and you hit E, and you end up with, boom, you end up with a tree. Right? That's how that works. So, other buttons, you push P for production. We're not producing anything at all, so there's nothing here to show on the graph. But if I do this, and I go like that, and it doesn't count it. Okay, so that's apparently not working. Alright, now if I had a power pole, and yes, you can make power poles. If I had a power pole, you can highlight and click a power pole, and it will tell you how much energy you're producing, how much you're using, and crap like that. Okay, so minimap. The minimap is in the upper right-hand corner, and I'm going to push M and get you the full map, and I'm going to scroll up to zoom in, and I'm going to explain things. That black stuff, that's coal. Okay? This stuff right there, that is stone, that dark gray. This weird checkerboard blue whatever crap, because it's contrasted on yellow, that is iron. That up there, that is also iron. The orange crap, that's copper. The purple stuff, that's oil. What I don't see are my, oh, here we go. The red crap at the bottom, those are my enemies. Let's go say hi to Steve and Bill, the enemies on the map. Yes, these maps are infinite unless you give it a map size. Yes, let's see here. Rules of power grids. A power grid will only produce energy when something is trying to... That is massive. Okay, these are bad guys and I'm going to die. But these are the natives. They don't really appreciate us, and I just ran out. So since I'm in a normal game, a normal local game, I just died, and therefore I can load my game because I screwed up and I died. Or I can restart the level, which is starting completely over on the same seed, or I can save my replay and just show how in 4 minutes and 20 seconds I completely just freaking killed my guy, right? So we could do that. We're going to restart the level because reasons, why not? So we hit restart level, and it takes upwards of 10 seconds or so. So rules on power grids. I will only produce energy if something is drawing from it. If I have a row of steam engines in a row, I can only use them to produce power to the grid if a power pole is overlapping their little footprint. The footprint of a power pole must overlap a power-consuming or producing object in order for it to be fed to the grid. Let's see. The golden ratio of power is 1 offshore pump to 14 boilers to 10 steam engines. I don't know what all the production golden ratios are. I still have to come up with a creative map and then kind of work on those. Just for size reference, this is a massive copper deposit, by the way, and you saw at the beginning of the video that we used the rando, so this is actually quite an amazing seed, and I may actually use this for a map. Actually, wait, this isn't the same map. Oh, that's cool. So it starts me over. Interesting. So now we have this is actually we're gonna hit escape, we're gonna hit save, and not such a crappy save. Alright. So, yes, the game does automatically save. It autosaves every 5 minutes by default. And you don't have to change that. You could basically take almost any computer and max out the graphics and nobody cares, right? The system won't care. So if you start pushing the F buttons, they'll start doing things. F1 does nothing, F2 does nothing, F3 does nothing. F4 gives you this debug settings, and what you can do are things like this. I want like the basics, right? So I hit F4 and then I push F5 and it will show me whatever I'm supposed to have, right? So up here you'll see frames per second is 60, and UPS, that's updates per second. That's the game engine telling you how many times it's updating all of the numbers and how up to speed the game engine is on all the stuff you are or are not doing. So if you see this like blip a little bit to 59 and then go back to 60, that just tells me that the game is running okay. If you connect to a server, which this totally supports dedicated servers, and I will actually create a video for you guys, a tutorial on how to do dedicated servers because I have one set up. So I'll do all of that. I just have to find a really good way of hiding and blurring things. Just the editing and stuff takes a while. Anyway, we'll get to dedicated servers. If you see that like drop down to like 40 or 30, especially the updates per second, that's why. It's because the server's not really able to handle things. Limits on dedicated servers, right? So a dedicated server can have 8 players on it max. I don't know if that is a hard or soft limit, but I know that if you look at the config file on a basic dedicated server, the number is always 8. Now, I don't know if you can change that. I don't know if you can go way above that. I just don't know. So we'll see. I'll probably go into the forums and ask, and there's probably some mods. Now, mods. There are tons of mods for this game. I haven't explored any of them. I want a UI mod for a couple things, and other than that, things are good. I want to be able to see the production screen and be able to do things in the game simultaneously. So I want it to be like an overlay. So we'll see if there's a UI mod or things for that. There is a day-night cycle, and you will see, since I have a really cool miner here, and this is as far as I can zoom in, he actually is carrying a flashlight, and even though the model is moving, my direction of my flashlight's not actually moving, but it makes it to where you can see. Yes, you can build lights, and yes, you can build lamp posts and things, and you can create lights, and you can have turrets and guns and all kinds of crap. And I mean, let's go to the research here. You can have things like walls and advanced material processing and gates and trains and drones and guns and bigger all kinds of things. So honestly, if you're watching this video, this is just me because you forgot what a button does, and you're asking me what a button does. So I'm just telling you what a button does. What is the goal of Factorio? The goal of Factorio is to research all the way up to where you can make a rocket ship. You have a rocket silo, and you build a satellite. You launch the rocket with the satellite, and it goes into space, and it tells your native population that, no, I'm not dead. Yes, I'm here. Yes, I've got technology. Yes, I have a satellite. Please come over so we can, overtake this planet, because we're crazy and we're like locusts. We want to spread and kill everything. That's basically the gist of Factorio. I can't think of any other buttons or things right now. There are plenty of rules, and I will probably just shove those in the description there. So you know what? Thanks for watching. This is Rensselaer Skyrim Studios, and this was episode 8 of the Factorio tutorial series, which we like to call Factorials, and that's my dog in the background.
And I want to say this to the television audience. I made my mistakes, but in all of my years of public life, I have never profited from public service. I've earned every cent.